Good morning, Dreamweavers. Today I'm feeling that you are sensing that your gifts are a burden. We're going to pull an angel card for you, an angel numbers card to start this reading today, because I feel like we need an angel number today, because the burden and the weight of your gifts are feeling a little bit heavy. We have two angel numbers. So we have self-care. Very important, Pisces, self-care. Practice self-care. Ensure you're getting enough rest and engaging in activities that bring joy into your life. Angel number 789. And then we have growth. The next number is growth. I was just looking for one, but we got two. You are experiencing growth and expansion in all areas of your life. You are on the right path and moving towards greater fulfillment and success. Angel number 234 was your number, and I love that because it is moving you forward. And then 789, I just, today both fell out, so it's like you're getting closer to the end, and now it's time for self-care, especially right now where your gifts might be feeling like a burden. And what might that look like, right? It might look like your emotional intelligence and the balance that you have found. And I've talked about this in some of my past readings, how balanced you are. And how balanced you are is going to irritate the egos of others, because that balance and emotional intelligence is allowing you to show up differently, right? And it's allowing you to mirror to others how their emotional dysregulation is affecting them. And they may feel like, and 234 was just on the clock again. It's making them feel like you're not with them. You are, maybe even that there might even be a sense that in their mind, right? This is not truth, but in their mind, it might feel like you are against them because you are not dysregulating with them. So when they are going off and they're on an emotional tangent, you remain the solid one, the emotionally regulated one in the relationship. You are not engaging in the drama or the trauma, and that could leave, especially if this is a partner or a really close friend, that can leave them really having to sit with the energies of what they're angry about, what they are frustrated about, where they thought maybe they could get you to join in. And the truth of the matter is, you are teaching them a lesson. You are teaching them to emotionally regulate, to look at themselves, to look at where they have actually participated in the exact thing that they might be angry about. So let's say this is actually helping them to get unstuck, if you will. When you preserve your peace, when you preserve your peace, Pisces, you are preserving the possibility for somebody else to grow. Because let's say someone's angry, and you join them on that angry bandwagon that they're on, right? There's no emotional space left for them to reflect. And then that person will stay stuck in blame and fury because you are right along with them. So everybody's like in blame and fury and upset. But when you hold a line when you preserve your peace and you don't join in, even though you know that you might be misunderstood, you make room for the truth to surface. And so you make room for them to see where they're playing a part. And they're not always going to like that. And that's not you being passive. That's a very powerful gift that you have. This is a very powerful gift that you have to help people transform. But transformation, if you remember your own transformation is not easy. Looking at the truth of the situation is not easy. And I have here burned bridges. Transformation sometimes burns bridges. It feels like you're burning bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. It can feel, and it's not, if the person that you're interacting with is not really is not ready to look at themselves, it can feel like lack of trust to them, that you're being disloyal, that you're turning your back on them because you're not joining in. Maybe they're used to having people, when they're angry, they get everybody to go in with them on the anger, right? So they project that anger, everybody's angry, and nothing gets resolved. But when you are doing more than what most people would do, you remain compassionate, but you set boundaries in situations where the other person's emotional instincts are to fight while you are holding space. You feel yours are to feel and hold the space. And that's not easy. That is really not easy, to hold space for that anger, but not take it on and make it your own. Because misery loves company, doesn't it? Misery loves company. And it's really crazy because this energy that you're projecting to others can make them feel trapped. But it's not that you're trying to make them feel trapped. Not at all. You're actually trying to get them unstuck, but they feel trapped because they have to look at themselves. They have no other options. Maybe they're angry at someone else. Maybe someone did something to them, right? And that they have the right to be angry about, but they're staying stuck in that anger. They feel like they have no options, because what happens when you fight anger with anger? No one moves anywhere. If we've learned anything, Pisces, we've learned that it doesn't work. That's a recipe for disaster, which you know. And so now you do this effortlessly. And here's the thing. Because they cannot project that anger onto you and get you to join the bandwagon, they feel stuck. And then they feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? This says unforgiveness, but they have to get to the point where they can see the part that they played in the situation. What are you angry about? What did you do? What did you do that caused this, that brought on this anger? Let's say, for example, I'm just going to give you an example here. So let's say they were supposed to go out with someone and someone stood them up, right? They got dressed and the person stood them up. And this maybe happened before and they've allowed it to happen again. So now they're furious, right? They got dressed, they went to the restaurant, they sat, they waited, the person didn't show up. The friend didn't show up. And so now they're complaining at you like how terrible this friend is. Let's say you're also friends with this person. And now they want you to be angry at this person. And you're just like, but you know what this person is like. Like, I don't personally set up dates with this person to go meet them at restaurants because I know like they might not show up. I know that they're not reliable. Maybe they were doing it to keep the peace. Whatever reason it was that they were doing it, it means they have to go back and they have to forgive themselves. And your growth, expansion, and your desire to care for yourself, the self-care, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you're no longer allowing people to take your energy to trap you. They have to untrap themselves because they want to use your energy to help them feel untrapped. Misery loves company. And they look at that as loyalty. But the truth of the matter is that the loyalty that you're bringing to the table is something even greater. It's something that helps their growth, helps them evolve, helps them to care for themselves so they don't get stuck in and trapped in these situations again. This is something that helps them reflect and look at themselves and how they showed up in the situation so that they can forgive themselves. And that's not easy. That's not easy. I mean, imagine you're dealing with a man who's now feeling emasculated, like he got stood up. So he's feeling emasculated, like how dare somebody do that? That person wants you to join them on the bandwagon. And you're just like, but you made the date, you showed up and you knew that this person was not reliable. Like, why did you do that? This is not in a way to say, I told you so. It's a way to say like, hey, are you on your throne? Are you staying? Did you get off your throne for someone? Right? Up front. Like when, like this King of Swords, like, did you get off your throne? And they may want to lash out, but now they have to regulate. What did you do? Did you not see the situation for what it was, or were you making it into something that it wasn't? Just to keep the peace. And so you yourself, Pisces, have learned to keep the peace by seeing things for what it is. And now you're showing other people around you to do the same, but not by telling them. You're showing them by the way you respond to them. And they are seeing this as, they're seeing it as like they feel like you're putting the daggers in. And you know that you're not. So for you, it's like you have to, you're learning now yourself how to balance this out with compassion. How to have compassion for others without losing yourself in their situations. Temperance. Yes. This takes your gifts, take for you to have a lot of patience with the people around you because they're coming from a place where you've already been. You've been there already. And you're teaching them patience. And not just patience with others, but patience with themselves. Because it's the hardest thing to see that it's so hard when you take a look, when someone has to look at themselves and see that, wait a minute, I gave away everything to somebody else in order to keep the peace. And there was, at the end of that, the peace wasn't there. There was still heartache. And the truth of the matter is they have to look at themselves and see where they caused their own Three of Swords. They caused the heartache. And once they can see that, the beauty is that once they see that, they'll gain patience. They'll be able to burn the bridges burn it down without being mad. You don't have to be mad at the other person, but yeah, they'll realize that the bridge they were trying to save by being in a way, by giving their peace away, in so to speak, right? By showing up in a way that they knew someone else would not show up. And this is causing growth. Because while you assist them, you continue to care for yourself, and that's going to irritate the crap out of them. I hope this is making sense, Pisces. This is the gift that you now share with others. And they can take it or leave it. Because you're not stepping off of your throne. right? At this point in time in your life, the only thing that you are called to do is to help them see where they have stepped off of theirs and to get back on. Any other messages for Pisces? Judgment. This is going to be this is a lot of you out there are dealing with this right now, and you may be feeling like, what the heck? Why is everybody mad at me? Why is everyone upset? Ace of Pentacles. Why is everyone upset with me? Because not everyone, because why? Because everyone's not ready to receive this gift. Everybody's not willing to look within so they can get back on their throne. But those that are, you'll stick with them. You'll have patience because you see the gift coming in. They will, and you know how you'll know, Pisces, is that they will somehow admit, wow, I played a part in this. They're not going to like it. They're not going to like you for making them see that, for helping them see that. You can't make anybody see anything, but they're not going to like you for helping them see that. But at the same time, this is going to be a gift. This is the gift of transformation, and that's the truth. This is your gift to them. But you can see, right, Pisces? You can see where this is lonely. This can feel lonely, but guess what? When they see it, they're going to be so grateful. And then when they get back on their throne, when they turn this around and they start seeing things for what it is, the way that it really is, and their initial reaction is to react and act in a way that preserves the self, they will thank you. But initially for them, it's also going to feel like this Three of Swords. It's going to feel like the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. It's going to feel like the Three of Swords, but then look what it brings in for them. It brings in emotional regulation for them. This is your energy. Your energy brings in emotional regulation for them. And it's divinely guided. This is what you're called to do. You are the light. It's like you're showing them the truth that they can choose that what they believe in. They can choose how they can connect to you're helping them connect to their higher self. Connect to the divine. To find their truth. And their truth, and what they're finding, what's hard for them is that they're finding that their truth is not in getting you to jump on the angry or the emotional dysregulated bandwagon with them. And that's hard because probably their whole life, that's how they've regulated their emotions, is by getting other people to jump on the bandwagon with them. And now they finally have to come to a place of emotional regulation all by themselves. And that's where where's the Ace of Pentacles? That's where their gift lies. The gift doesn't lie in you jumping in on the bandwagon with them. The transformation doesn't lie in you jumping in on the bandwagon. The transformation lies on them making the choice to self-regulate, see themselves, and forgive themselves. Balance. King and Queen of Swords. See, this brings balance into that energy, that sword energy, that it brings balance to the anger. Because you have people in your energy that just live, they live by the sword. Everything is done by the sword. There's no emotional regulation, and you are now helping bring emotional regulation to people. Balance. All right, Pisces, let me pull a Soul's Truth for you, and we're going to close out this reading. Let's pull the Soul's Truth, because I don't feel like there's anything. This is just another part of the lesson for you, a part of the trip for you, a part of this journey for you, Pisces, because it will feel as you're helping people do this, it will feel painful, because the people that you're helping are not always going to be happy about it. And I'm feeling many will transform, some will not, and some will drop off if they don't, obviously, but it's still going to feel painful for you, because they're feeling the Three of Swords, and they're going to project that out to you. So you need, and you have temperance, right? You have spirit guiding you. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? I love this. And this says, the feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. And let me just say this before I go on, Pisces. This is the energy that you're helping others release, right? As you help them emotionally regulated, because a lot of times people become emotionally dysregulated because they are ashamed of what's happened. They're angry that they've let certain things happen. So they have to forgive themselves to get out of that. And you're making space for the people that you help, those that you're helping, to be able to do that. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from the past experience that is ready to be healed? And this is really interesting, because as you watch others go through their shame, it's going to cause you right? Because you're going to be feeling this energy from them, which is just a projection of something they need to heal. But it's going to make you look at the places where maybe you're still holding on to a little bit of shame too, because this energy may make you feel like, am I doing the right thing? Am I am I really not holding space for them? Or they may say things to you that make you feel like you're not holding space for me, like you're not backing me up, you're not being a real friend. But in truth, you are. So this is also going to give you an opportunity to release that shame, because as you see them heal, you will see that you were doing exactly what you were meant to do. You were holding space with them while holding your boundary. Self-care, 789. And the soul's action is heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be. Let it be seen, heard, and healed. Exactly. You know what's really interesting, because this energy to heal, you will have to bring it to the light. You will have to ask the question. You will have to have a conversation with spirit to say, hey, am I doing this? Is there something I'm doing that's causing this? And when you bring that to the light, you will see that maybe it's a discussion that you have with your spiritualist or your therapist, right? To say like, hey, am I overstepping? Am I doing something wrong? Have I done something that actually hurt this person? Those are the feelings of guilt and shame that are coming up. And so as you have these conversations and you realize that that there is no shame, that you've done nothing wrong, and you will continue to heal those parts of you, right? And this will help you get stronger. So this is requiring you to also be patient with yourself. Your gifts require you to be patient, not just with others, but with you. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is. Fill in the blank, Pisces. I would say my soul's truth is I am a healer. My soul's truth is I am patient. My soul's truth is I am doing exactly what I've been called to do with my gifts. All right, Pisces, if you claim this reading, drop me a heart emoji, drop me a fish emoji in the comment. I claim this reading for you. Let me know if this resonated, and let's keep weaving that dream together, as no one is drawn to anywhere, even here, by accident. And we're just here continuing to retrieve those parts of us that were lost before, when the world told us that we had to shrink. And the beauty of this is that in these situations that you're helping, your gifts are now helping others do the same. And like someone in a situation like this, right, where they're angry, something has happened, they feel like they've allowed something to happen, is because maybe they shrunk so that they can make someone else feel better, and then they ended up in a situation that was not in their best interest, and now there's guilt and shame, but you're helping them release that. Yep, this is about releasing guilt and shame, your patience, your gifts, and really stepping into this gift that you have to help others heal. All right, Pisces, I will see you in the next one.